Imagine it's year 1991. You're a young sociology student at Delhi University's Hindu College. You're walking down these historic corridors and debating ideas in one of these classrooms. Cut to 30 years later, and you're returning back to your home ground, your college. But this time, not as any other alma mater, but as the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. Right now, I am at Hindu College where nostalgia meets pride. As you can see, the preparations have begun. Students are excited because remember, she's not just coming back to her own home ground, but also she's deepening the India-Sri Lanka ties, which is India's oldest, most enduring bilateral relationship. This is going to be a very special time with the Sri Lankan PM interacting with the students. There's going to be cultural performances, formal ceremonies, and it is going to be a memorable time for the students. And right now, I am inside class number 27. This is where, Dr. Amara Surya used to have her classes, sociology classes. And today, there is going to be a social and ethnographic lab named after her. What an incredibly inspiring story for all the current sociology students who I'm going to catch up with right now. How excited are you about this historic homecoming of Dr. Harini?
Like, I am really, really super excited. I just couldn't believe it. Like, I think it's the first time, like, a PM is coming to her classroom. So I just can't describe it. I'm waiting to meet her.
And it is a very exciting feeling that, this is that very quaint classroom. You can see most of DU College's classrooms look quite humbly quaint, but the students feel extremely thrilled to know that they have such inspiring seniors to look up to. In today's day and age, we have merely 15 women prime ministers across the world. It's so important to have women in positions of power. When you see your own college senior who happens to be the prime minister of another country, how does it inspire you? And if you got an opportunity to speak to PM ma'am, what question would you ask?
Well, hello, it's a moment of euphoria that a women prime minister of my college, of my department, is the prime minister of another country. And if I got the chance to speak to her, basically I would ask the questions related to her college life, related to how this college life, this particular college life shaped her leadership skills, her confidence skills, and it's just, I just can't describe. It's actually it's a historic moment.
And you're absolutely right. It's great to ask questions about honing leadership skills. I think that is very important at this point in time. I'll speak to some more students. I think you're the president of the sociology department. A lot of responsibilities for you today, considering it's going to be a very ceremonious day, cultural programs, formal ceremonies. What are you particularly looking forward?
Okay, so it's a plethora of feelings, a lot to handle, lot of responsibilities, and it's in 127 years of history of Hindu College, it's for the very first time that a Prime Minister is visiting the classroom she attended classes in, and it's immense, like a moment of immense pride for all of us to welcome her to her, from where she shifted from academics to politics. The shift was such a smooth thing. She was into academics and now she's into politics. So I would like to talk about the smooth transition which she had. She is a sociologist apparently, and she wrote books about the researches she did.
That's right. She's an erudite, and I will speak to some of the male students here because, if we talk about sociology as a subject, there is, of course, a lot of stereotypes. People still believe that humanities is the domain of women, and there is no concrete future to this particular subject. But here we are welcoming the Sri Lankan Prime Minister who was a student of this very subject, and now she's bringing about change in people's lives. How important do you think this subject is, particularly sociology, if you're talking about?
This subject is very important for for male and female both, because this sociology subject changes you. I feel the change when I go in certain places. The people talks about, I got to know that yes, these views are very patriarchal, these were misogynist, and these things shapes you. you as a person you change very much. So this subject is very important.
If you had to ask a question to Prime Minister, what would it be?
I would love to ask Ocean on her academics works. How did that works changes her perspective towards certain things?
Any of her research papers or books that you have personally read or you want to read?
No, not yet, but I would love to definitely read in future. Yeah.
How excited are you?
I'm very excited. You know, it's a moment of great, immense pride, and it's also the legacy of this college, this department, the amazing mentors that we've had, the great alumni that we have. It is exactly once in a lifetime opportunity that I am here, a part of this department, exactly when she became a prime minister, and she's coming back. So yeah, it's.
It is about legacy. Legacy is the key word here. Legacy of the sociology department of Hindu College. And of course, it's a moment where nostalgia meets pride. The stage is set, preparations are underway because it is going to be a historic homecoming of Sri Lankan Prime Minister, who happens to be an alumni of this very college. She was a sociology student from 1991 to 94, and today, after years, she's coming back to her own home ground. She will be interacting with the students. It is going to be a special day, and to discuss that in detail, I am currently joined by Hindu College Principal Anju Srivastava, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. Ma'am, my first question to you is, this is a historic day in itself. A Prime Minister who's returning to her own college. She will be inside class number 27. It's a moment of nostalgia and pride. How are you planning to leverage this particular visit to inspire the current students?
Well, yes, you have already said this, that we are feeling absolutely elated that this news, when it came to us last about 15 days ago, that the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka is going to come to India for her first visit as a Prime Minister, and it is in this trip itself that she has, given a slot to Hindu College. Could not have made us happier. And this is a huge, huge inspiration for the students, not for the current students alone, but for all the students who plan to come down to Delhi University and to Hindu College in the future. It's inspiration for the past, for the present, and the future. So we have a lot of excitement in the air. And the planning that we have done is, of course, to be making her interact with her disciplined students, with the parliament of our own Hindu college students, and some aspect of the recent times that the National Education Policy has made available, and the skill enhancement has promoted various other things about the current scenario in higher education. So all those aspects we plan to show. She's been a very ardent lover of the library, as we have been told. She's been spending days together in the what we call the reserve section of the library. So we have a component of that as well, where we are going to show her what the current modern facilities are in terms of the library as well.
So, of course, we understand Dr. Harini. She is an erudite herself. She has written several books, published a lot of research papers, and today she will be seeing the journey of Hindu colleges so far. Ma'am, we also understand the India-Sri Lanka bilateral ties has been the oldest and the strongest bilateral relationship. Are we going to see any academic collaboration when it comes to India and Sri Lanka?
We really hope to, but the time that was told to us was, that notice was very short, but we are in the process. We've already suggested 2-3 things, which one is some industry-led courses for collaboration, which we have already started, and we find that they are, the country is just full of rich biodiversity, and these are the things that can be, leveraged, especially the aromatic plants, etc. So we have given a short proposal. It is already at her desk, and we are very hopeful that, in the near future we'll be coming up with something. In the area of research, especially the sociology research, again, our teachers and the students together have come up with certain, proposals which have already been given. So if not now, I think the time is very short, but there is that we have started that sort of, we put it on the right path.
And also, ma'am, there is this social ethnographic lab that is going to be named after her.
Yes, so we have this, with the, as I said, the skill enhancements and the new education policy, there is a lot of scope for the students to be doing research, and with the teachers there. Together, they have come up with a sociology and ethnographic lab, and since it was done very recently, and when we heard about the Prime Minister being our own alumna, we thought that it would be a tribute forever, a thing that will remain embedded in the history of Hindu College, that we request that her consent for having the lab named after her. I think that would be a fit sort of tribute. So, and she very kindly consented. That was absolutely huge for us.
That's lovely. Ma'am, my last question. It's a high profile visit. I'm sure security is a major concern here, and it has been tightened to its T, I'm sure.
Absolutely, you're so right. Yeah, and well, I would say that firstly, I would like to use this opportunity to also thank the Bharat government, the Ministry of External Affairs for their extreme cooperation. The High Commission of Sri Lanka, they have been guiding us through. They have made 2-3 visits to the college before this thing that is taking place today. So we have been given a lot of scope for preparation and guidance and hand holding. And yes, security has been extremely tight. We had marathon drills yesterday, but we are all enjoying it. It's a part of learning, and the students are very excited.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for speaking to NDTV. As you can see, the atmosphere is of celebration. It is when nostalgia and pride meets. The students are out and about. They are all set to interact with the Sri Lankan Prime Minister, who will be arriving here at around 12 o'clock. Here at NDTV, we will be doing minute-to-minute coverage of this historic homecoming of the Sri Lankan Prime Minister, Dr. Harini. With camera person Dharmendra Jha, this is Shreya Ghosh for NDTV.